Adom TV awie mama wa ha ebraso ese awie Premtobre Kasee bo ne ensema hodo ya boaboa no ye de bana de di mu akotene no Ghana suani ba ko no PhD student University of KwaZulu-Natal ye no South Africa ediato omanya pomudin adwumako nanim se womo emada wo ba womo ebofa emaya de schistosomiasis no ano enye de meba abeche no ehonsem eno chi ensoso no omampani atena ye no penyo no na ehwe amanane ene emuntoto ye ho no eche se womo nyinaso nti a womo esi kwan ese nka convention bi enra na ebekoso no amaso entiemu no nyina no wobete no awie sanso na empenyefo mu eda oti mantemu enwumasua so no de futuo ama empenyefo de fa enwumasua ene ehon hyehyɛ ebema kwada no enye nimde yie ensem ne bi eka we ho na awie ye de nkyem nyina ebrɛwo ese Premtobre Kasee bo na edin amegye so ene abena pokoa ahwennie woko DSTV a channel 280 na Go TV channel 119 ensem no de aka adomonline.com ye de gu ha bekenkan bi e de mama mentwa pomra na fe yento aso ema Eshe ensem na se ema na ema ya de bi ewo ho no ma ye frɛ no female genital schistosomiasis na ye de bi a ema enya ewo akwan pi no aso na enam so ama Ghana suani ba ko no ewo South Africa comfort de tete de adesre atomayi apomudi adwumako nanim ese womo ema da wo bone kyekere enkoso yie paase de beye na ema ebete yade na sedie de ba na wonom abom ho ban
comfort de tete disuani a wo ye PhD University of KwaZulu-Natal wo South Africa maimu bra woni amaneboni etwetwe nkomo afasa yare hu nhyiemu bi a wonom wo dumase krobo wo lo wa menya krobo mensine wo apoye mantamu no na maami eda na die se sa yare aban ema nani nko ho a ne senti ema dodo na wonom no ebewi akire na wonom enya ectopic anase emu bi wo honom krampo a wonom entumi nwo
me research ni wie ne na was me behia health workers no any other stakeholders opinion leaders from the community regional NTD and neglected tropical disease focal persons any district directorate for no na me research na me ye no ehun sunsun aso no eto omonim na omoboa me na yehwe kwan a ye betimi e de apagya nimdie no wo community no any health care workers no ente yare amoa no ewo nsuo mu enti obi bia we interact with water say ye river eye stream eye dam eye lake enso etene na ye yusu ni nyina no yare amoa ne betimi atene mu etena mu na wo tai obi a wo nsuo no mu dware nsuo no mu usi uniema wo mu gina nsuo no mu abre nyina yare amoa no omo fire skin mu o fire skin mu na okoni padua nim teto da wo wura nsuo no mu na pia be usa se ho ba bi ye ohene yare amoa ne bia wura ni padua ni
Deputy Director of Nursing Services Awoshai Usuduku mensini mu Catherine Kluche ebo maami yaba so se obeye saa nhyiemu no ewo mensini nim ho no mo
nti no de ebesi ni se yeso ye be ma na du aban no anasa yempanyimfo no ho se de be ya nduro no de bi on be ma no aye available na etimi de amankofo no mmomwo yare no nti mifu se kakra we a ya beti wa he yeso ye de be ko na yakoye nchekere se de be ya ye betre knowledge na amanko obia ebeti na ede aboa ye nyina ma apomdin akon nkan e district
na yedo ekọ eyebono mantem ni mu ade efi ho eba echese HIV yaremo ano peja na epeja ekosoro ya enipa enya bie no ehwi kọ nanim na eno na empanyefo de to dwase eya hadwen omodin sembi aka ho.
When we talk about HIV, we know the figures going around, latest figures released by the Commission. So, for example, we can talk about the rural-urban divide, which is very important. So, if you look across the country and you look at the mean or the prevalence of people with HIV, in terms of the rural population, we are doing very well. However, when it comes to the urban, it's not the same. So if you are looking at an average of urban across the country of 2.6, 2.8, Boone East, we are first and third. And this first and third is not something that we have to address it. So you have Nkranza hovering around 5, and then more than 5, and you have Techiman hovering more than 4.8. These are being our challenges from, and we know the reason. You have a lot of trunk routes coming to Techiman. You have almost everybody passing, our brothers almost across coming to Techiman. It's very powerful commercial area where you have all activities going on. The moment you get into that state and you are testing, then you start using this cliche that a test doesn't know any dirty water. Please, when it comes to HIVs, there are some dirty waters that you don't have to venture. And so the try and tested methods that should also use that. Look, if you don't know it's not a stable partner, these try and tested methods should also be used. Condoms. You have to make sure that you use condoms. And then more importantly, make sure that we know our status. That is what we are going to look at going 2024. And our target and our aim is that everybody should be able to know your status. Everybody should know. It's a campaign that we are going to go massively on that when it comes to HIV.
Ye twaso na ye ko appointment mu na ye gine mu wo atem atiase na ye kase ya atiase hene ene bahema ye wo ho no mu anom asumdue abua emfie dumienu ne ye amenti be ho ase sori ye ya ede eye basabasa yo eba na enam so amampejefo asinkunya da sebrejeni kenten ye otosumienu na ohima da ko otosumiensa no wo mu aka asem no amasumdue ayedwuma.
Waye amamre anom asumdue abua ewo achem achiase ewo achem ebua kwa traditional area said ye beya emfie bibreni ahemfunsam ntawantawa eda achiase hene da sebre jenjen kenten ene obahema wahema da kwa entemu no obetumi eyi afiri honom kra bra wonum edi dwuma ne wieye no ena mensine krache ya onukre sanso edwumtinani awoda district security council no ano Richmond Kofian Ponsa eda na die se wonum ankasa ne fato won ho so se wo besiesie sa ahemfunsam ntawanta wani sanse na achere yie ewo krom honum ane senti emmoa ma wonum sikasem animpumtu obia emma honum
sasundwini ho a wo ye disi na wo ye mpia ana wo ye mampani a otumi mu oman no na fihye bi mienu ni na chance ohene ni himantem ba manso akọ ochini ni wo omo ye mafam di akọ court omo ya ba se na ntwa na mene me pen for that sekini MP na wo se ye ntwa na mo na sundua ma otumi ko ye otumi ko hima wo na enum hia ye no partner dey ba wade ba mu no omo nyina jatum na sundua ba na dey ye twa bomu dwan a oman nyina beta akire na bibia efefe
achimachi asehene enso kasa yemu no wabo emebunu nyina akokose wontwe won ho emfiri nuyo eboni a ensem fata ya ebetwe won mu kuro no akwa akire na enso muwa empumtu
me de actually youth no se ni be wo ha amoni abotre asim ko ha otia to boas ni bisim samuye ubu say no pressure nya no so amo platform bi wo ho je attention ko so of our course for ek kabi kwa de kasa platform intwom amunyi fi opera so many we never saw more rosa amuni makora ni mpani so sa am platform ya mo de yen ni di mpani for tem okuma ti futu mbe ma youth no say sa atebidi na sumana amoya cultivating emo we be ya amunya
Yentu aso na mede wo ekọ adanse hene eye opagya ko kyerɛ bonsra afiri otosumienu wode adese ato ankrankra enwumako ni emu mpanyifo anim ese ne papa mu ne kabeye yi a wo mo ehwe so manya fa na nyina no mo bebiebie enwuma na aboa ama emabu anya adwuma yesanse nei mabududu a enya adwuma ne yo haw kese a Adom ne so
Opeja kwatwere bonsra afiri yie eye adanse hene woni amani boni azeke no menyo atwetwe nkomo wo bra wonum ebo Alex Kofi Hansen na wo ye CEO a woda Accurate Giant Company ano abaso esan nyuma pa wo ye eboa mabunu animpumtu ewo adanse memu akire no ene wode to wonum a waye wonum ankasa adwuma nyina anim se ehu behia se wode wontuma ebobo aban dia no na waboa ama mabunu dodo na ene adwuma ye ewo memu se de be ya ebeboa mo man atumi atumpon
aban abrochire wotabi ukwa brochire no ɛnyɛ aban ne fa nipa dodoɔ wɔ adwuma mu ɛyɛ ankora adwuma ana ma ɔman kɔ soɔ nanso Ghana ha de obi awie sika ɔpɛ aban adwuma na ayɛ si ɛwɔ nipa te sɛ ɔpɛ yɛ a ɛbɛbɔ ne din dodo bebree wɔ Ghana ha anaasɛ adanseman mu ha nipa nkakra wɔn wɔfa 500 obi nso bɛfa 100 obi bɛfa 50 ɛno na ɛma nkwadaa nyɛ adwuma yɛ.
Papa Nyameche Aquatic ɛyɛ kasamafoɔ a wɔda adwumakuo ya no wɔn ɛna wɔgyina wɔn mpanyini nanan mu ɛgye abasobɔdeɛ yi efiri ɔmanhene no hɔ nom na ne kasa yɛ mu no wotu ɛmɛbunu nyinaa fo sɛ wɔn mu nya adwuma yi a wɔntu wɔn ho nkyɛ sɛ bɛyɛ a ɔbɛboa ama adwuma na afa wɔn mu no ɛtumi akɔnkan
ɔwɔ sika basɛ ɔbɛka sɛ mede invest ana mede bi adwuma no ɛyɛ no ɛde adenti a nkwalaa bebree na so ɔmo yɛfa ɔmo adwuma ebi mu yɛ lazy ebi mu so wɔ hɔ a korɔno nketenkete eti obi bi adwuma deɛ ɛna memfa sika no fa nkɔyɛ investment ɛwɔ bank after all sɛ bɔsom so ɔmɛnyɛ kakra wɔ so private sector ɛna create employment pɛ wɔnyi sɛ nyinaa yɛ because mmabunu nyɛ nkwalaa no nyɛ adwuma nyɛ na wakɔ no gɛmɛ no 20 cities na kyerɛ sɛ ama ɔde ne bɛda no wɔnyinsa kɔ no ano owura la Kofi Hansen na darumenti ɛnɛ mmabunu girls bebree na nya adwuma ayɛ de pɛ wɔnyɛ sɛ so ate adenti a obi ansa kɔ no ano nti ɛbɛka kyerɛ ɔmo aka no wɔ bibi a adwuma de bebie yɛbie adwuma so ma no wɔdi nɔkorɛ ɛde ama wura no.
Mamefa wo enko enkwanta South Masini mu ewo otimante mu beye enna kakra enna mpanyifo de wo se na eto omanfo se na basabasa ye sorry ye nanso emma school sem no wo etutu mu nyina nanso mpanyifo de afutu ekọ ese wo emie na enkwada ni nyina no basic fo ni nyina no entiwe enkoje adisua. Ashafo enfanche yebekọ enkwanta South na yaje ho amane na mawo na ansa na eno no Selasi amu ewo NCC atena ye yenkọ ho na ye ne no eni nkomo na ye hwede ekọ awie.
Adom Trotro ene yaba bepimu ewo National Commission for Civic Education ende Ghana afofida a ye yesi wo ede hwe Ghana amamra 1992 constitution no empendodo a edie ene na ye Ghana 1992 constitution esinse eba into existence no edi infie aduasa mienu ene yaba NCC for Central for Nshemu discuss and as one more share enema bia going forward into the 2024 election no one more betumi aye ahwese nema nyina ebetuto yi afin so wo san asre in Central for nyina sese na dane dan nyina one more no wo hwe na afi so abato no entimi nko so pepepe jojo eno wano ne sa huntina ne nya National Union of Ghana Students for ewa hase ya one more ka NCC for stakeholders no yene mo bedin komo bisa won se ye hwe esuafo na se sukun nsem afemo se na 1992 constitution esifa akọ ama atiefo anase esuafo mo in schools ahodo no wo mo enim ye mo makwa ba Adom Trotro so mo makwa ba
mejo so nya
me makwa ba
mejo so senior
me pa to dedika me bomedin na mo position am wo nukso.
Okay, your firm is Said Mohammed Nazir Daher, me executive secretary and director at Nux.
Okay. Me pa chona say.
Dari Washigansa deputy executive director.
Okay. Di kan yenhye yenim se eba constitution won sama ayana a kind of delegate kakra we say enyo bia na that constitution asesa more as a kobata ya mo hwe esua sukun sem ho sema menka na sai Ghana a dear na my ensure say going into the grassroots my menka na sai use that term no we making sure say esua for when in schools ahodo no constitution no we ase.
Okay, Eddie can medin kan the chairman the over 12.5 million Ghanaian students are amai afana nyina. So importantly, so utie Madam Chairperson in commodity any questions, follow-up questions are medemana. Na me busa a kwanya e befa so widen your scope. Need match akọ as far as hinterlands in crossing and ankwaya no munya the exposure to social media and the national front here in Accra no. Kwanya befa so a church on idea. And the National Union of Ghana Students, together with our judicial committee, program, really out. It's called our Constitutional Day campaign. Church average Ghanaian students, nearby our constitution, pertaining to this election year, because importantly, that's the hurdle ahead of us. Yeah, church, near any sascent a bit more, and who abasem or moon kita hondi back. Also, so many. The spokesperson for the National Chief Imam Edin Komo already putting in place programs with the Peace Council and other stakeholder institutions to try as much as possible to say schools, colleges, universities, and even basic schools. I think a church near also fata or this election now amount for outside and be infiltrated almost system and try and buy their votes and also use for your bond. So importantly, this year being an election year, National Union of Ghana students are putting in place a lot of structures. Events it will be back and forth. You've scheduled events from now to November, heading into the elections. In the coming 11 months, the Mbati and Kappa or media also. The programs at the church and Mofrano, any 1 hour eligible voters on how to conduct themselves properly ahead of the polls. Okay,
Mamin Bissau, we share 32 years of the Constitution in existence. Has it outlived its usefulness? People are calling for say we sakraya kakra Constitution. Who should say that call is really relevant?
Omo say young call for review no. Omo reasons here omo me personally there. I don't think there is anything wrong with the Constitution because as it stands no, the way Constitution is here no. And far basa ebi ambo my ma yen nya suban bia ensem fata wo man bibia Constitution no won bia eboa ma man no ekoye democracy ne de keka ho eboa ma obi atimi chia na adwene bibia koso wano wo man mu ntimi me ne de me dream say you have a review of the Constitution.
Okay. I think Okasafa say NCC making sure say going into the schools, education will become much more. Do you think say even we go to our various schools, we have a copy of Ghana's Constitution in our various schools?
Honestly, I doubt that because the Ghana's Constitution is more like an extant document. And your document, some of these Ghanaian students may be privileged to be in schools, your libraries. You will have well-equipped libraries in your Constitution. Because I remember during one of our campaigns, I didn't call somewhere in the voter.
And now we share no a yempe for Edin Kobono. Na yenko enkwanta South na yen share a basic and second cycle yempe for HS wo mumie man kwada no konkoje nwasuo entity ene nimdie no yeti ho amane.
Ghana Education Service wo otimantemu edenkrata beto montene so a wo chire mu se oti Regional Coordinating Council ene Director General awada Ghana Education Service aka wontira pam ho a etu wonfo ne senti wono mo age atomu se basic school any school ento aso a wo otimantemu ho no mu nyina no wo bebie se de be ya wo betumi akwakotoa wonom adesua so esan basabasa yo ye esiye e won kwanta kuro ni mu enenam so a e ma wo tutu sa schools yi mu wachire mu se Regional Education Directorate no ene oti Regional Coordinating Council no eye adwuma bo mu pa no wodi wani eto forma hwese asumdwie ebeba enkwanta kuro ni mu se de ebe ya adesuafo ene achechefo nyina no uko school mu a esan bia ento wo no mu ne nyina mu no wodi adeserede eto Municipal Director ene empanyinfo a woda senior high school sa wotutu mu nyina animu se animanimu ya no wonfa nhyehyeye enwu akwan mu na wonne wonu mpanyinfo adwumayefo ne adesuafo nyina enkasa na wonhye wonu mu nkran se animanimu ya no wonsan mere school mu emisua de nkrata animu no wachire wo mu se opepombo so me de to so miensa afimpinu ene edunu miensa mu a school centwaso ene SHCS nyina ABA school no sabra kro na mu na school centwaso a ewo otimantem mu no wonu nso eco school mu akosua de ena fei basic schools ahodo nso no opepombo so me de to so nkono ye wo china bnai ena wonu mu nyina esen akọ school mu akosua de ochire mu se we beboa ama adechire ne adesua ahyase ntem na aboa adesuafo nyina onam krata so ede to manfo nyina anim se woda wonu mu ase sebra asemisi ye na ehuhia ese wotutu schools mu no wonyina etutu yase ma wonum sebe ya asomdwie ebebe kuro ni mu nkrata Regional Director wo timantem mu ena nensa ehyase
na yento aso emawa enra na opepombo smede to so enson na enra enomanya mamrada na esi yankasa na dwumade bi wo ho no ebekoso wo the Black Star Square eno no chese the convention 2024 na ekowie chele dwumade no antumi amaso na amampani aso ye no empenyo mo na omo ehwam no ne ho toto yesem no eches na dwuma bi ho no waso mu di na ye nra no e wo Black Star Square ho no na nam so e ma wo mo etwa mu se dwuma di no entumi e ma so.
New Africa Foundation a wonom ene wo hyehye se adwumadie yi abo aban sobo se wonom ena wo hyehye ma wo dwumadie a wo hyehye ya wo ye wa hoboa efri obubu bosome wa fimpinu ene adunu miensam no otwa mu an senti amaso wonom ananko wo bekasa wo dwumadie na se no na Professor PLO Lumumba Julius Malema ene afufuro bi ena na eka ho na wogusu aye wonom ahoboa he wo Independence Square honom no ena wonom enya nkrata efri aban mu a na wo hye wonom se wo mu se wogitumu so obema wo ho kwan woni se adwuma no e wo Black Star Square honom nanso esan putupuru dwumadie bi a wo ba bedi e wo sa abia kro honom wanti no ehu behia se wonom de no obi twam esanti Ghana sika no empem du ya wonom etuaye no wasan adane wonom sika ama wonom na emu monfa nche wonom se bibisa esi na esan se wotwa adwumadie ni mu nti Ghanafoɔ bi a wɔkɔ bia honom wa no wɔkɔ akɔhwɛ se de adwumadie no ebesi akɔ ene amani boni etwetwe nkoma wonom de nsem sei etro nanim.
Because you sent your men, Dampari, you sent your men, and then you have the order from above. You know the orders, and you know the powers. This thing is is it not in the remit of the Constitution? Hasn't it been organized within the remit of the law? So how can you tell us that the power above us is cancelling the program? Who networked power to them? Who gave full power? Now, before we go to Malima, he was talking about this thing. Article 1 of our constitution. What does it tell us? It says supremacy resides in the hands of the public, not in the hands of government.
Very disappointed. Because let me tell you something, my brother. Anything about the youth, anything that will enlighten the youth in this country, I will always be stopped. I will always be stopped. Why? Imagine if it was a party, a music party or something, will this program be cancelled? No! Anything that because we are being insulted by some leaders, some cocoa leaders, that we are coconut head. But there are some people who are here to give us the knowledge, to impact us, and the program will be cancelled. Why?
Wodwumadie ni eho ensensemu no abrantie na Kwame bedi akon ya dodo na efe no freedom wayi nanimu na ma the new force ene ya bebo sakese na sisi krom wayi nanim so wono ene animu a ehye sakaka motobi mask no ehyechi
esan se na wonom aye wonom ahobua awie na ebre kakra bia na aka am wonom ahye convention a watu din se the convention 2024 no wotwa mu nti wonom gina wanam eye putupuru ensem trofo nhyiamu na numu ena na Kwame bedi akon ya wonu ene wotai the new force no echire da na die say
unlike Martin Luther, I did not have a dream, I had a vision. I started watching the youth in the streets and the roads, the rules and the regulations, the conditions and the constitutions that is stipulated and embedded on us as Africans. I had to walk on a different path, and I was alone. My investment on the roads became a landmark. And whatever I invested on this landmark is a footprint.
Kasa yemu no wasan kato aso se sempo eyonu ne hunti e na aban ene nye ho se obema won kwan am wonum edise adwuma na won kan hunu se enye Ghanafo nko na nka wode wonum ebefa ntete mu nemum ebibima nyina senti wotu ne ho asi honom na kaka mutobi a wode kata nanimu no wayi afiri honom ama mpanyinfo nyina ehunu se oye ni papa ye wotiri mu papa ema oman Ghana ene ebibima nyina.
I'm not here to take your value. I'm here to add value to you. I discovered that the land that we belong to had so much wealth that until we turn it into our own, our economy would never be sustainable. And we cannot forever live in our countries with a box economy. I needed to create a middle income economy without being a part of the government.
Was signed to just say, one would you win him, so will be an MC a friend and an Kwame Bediakon. Nanso, it in Fufra, what the outside home, freedom Jacob Caesar, when himself in a nipa do noir, ebe shushe nipa potia, were ye, what you say, what soon who the info fro, ya waba, sɛ wɔba bɛboa ama ɔman ɛne abibiman nyinaa ensesaye abemu na ebuo nso aba.
That reason I know you're looking for the man. The man in the mask is sitting in front of you. I have nothing to be scared of. I came to you as your salvation. I don't invest in myself alone. I am investing in you.
Na yejina amano amamra eda ne seba hodo ekoso no mampani akufuado chese oman no de ewo hawo na so enye American tentem so na obi abehwe sesa wo ha na wo no ebefi ho no mo wosi Ghana fo enso ka minka bini asumje na aba no Ghana fo enso mu ye sanse no ene de edi mpuntu ene yedi bebre Ghana.
Ghana is considered a beacon of democracy and stability in Africa. And the celebration of Constitution Day should inspire us, Ghanaians, even further to hold on to this enviable status. And it is therefore gratifying to note that the nation's adherence to democracy has not waned. We know that there are no quick fixes to the challenges confronting us. And as we have seen in recent times, democratic structures of governance are capable of accommodating the most difficult of circumstances. Fellow Ghanaians, democracies are grounded on viable elections. And this year, like we have done on 8 other preceding occasions, we will go to the polls to elect the president and my successor. No true democrat can disregard the importance of elections and the sanctity of the ballot. It must thus be in our collective interest to ensure that the rules and regulations for the conduct of this year's elections are fair and transparent, and that we all develop respect for them, a respect that should not be a function of whether you win or lose. All stakeholders, that is the Electoral Commission, the political parties and their leaders, the electorate and citizenry, should work to assure the consolidation of Ghanaian democracy and help us maintain our pride of place on the continent as a model of democracy in Africa.
Na omampani na nado dankwa kufuado de nsem wetu dwawie no san de ka ho wo se emfie miensa ne ya Ghana fokwa bato so eto aba ema ono na adodankwa kufuado a na wodi MPP ni ma wo ye mampani besi enne omampani dada John Dramani Mahama etumi emma no tinkwa moni adwuma kora e wo sa kwan so ohunu se entwaye.
There should be no lingering doubt about the legitimacy of the election. And the winning candidates on the conclusion of the process should receive the unalloyed support of all. That is how we can strengthen our democracy and the peace and stability of our nation. On a lighter note, 3 years on, I'm still waiting for my main opponent in the 2020 elections to congratulate me on my victory. I swore an oath on 7th January 2017, and again, 4 years later on 7th January 2021, to be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana and preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. I shall continue to do just that.
Odumonyafo oseche mensa bonsu eye Adom Kasee ba no dani ewo emrasibedwafi odi atugya ose afia pema hankora duokrum mienu amamra na Ghana edi dwuma enne no se begina ebekọ nanim no eyomanfo nyina no oti wose dodo na de wo madwenkyere eba no mususuye esensakraye eba mu akaye no eno so no ehia nti obi anso mu na won krom na kakra no oman no entumi nru ho.
Enkrata oseche mensa bonsu edibetu dwa ya wodidi 4th Republican Constitution Day no wodi tudwa se sanse eyafo fida ya watu asi ho no mu a wode ka wo man man mra ho asɛm nti no ɔde abasobɔde soronko magana fo nyina ne titiru ɛne wɔn mu a wɔka wadwene bu mu a wotimi ɛtwerɛ 1992 constitution no wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ sansi nyina yɛ ganafo ne nyina yɛ nipa ba ko nti no ɛho behia sɛ yɛdi besi ani so si ɛbɛyɛ betumi biara sɛ de ɛbɛyɛ a constitutionalism ɛbɛdi tintiman ɛwɔ man mu krata ne mu no wada ne de sɛ wɔno de emfi aduasa ba ko ntamu nie no wɔhunu sɛ ɛbra so sɛ wɔno mu a wɔde adwenkyerɛ ɛba sɛ ɛho behia sɛ wɔbɛyɛ nsesaeɛ antanda ne amamu ɛwɔ 1992 constitution ne mu no wɔno nyina ɛbɛgye ato mu na wahwɛ na wɔde adi dwuma yɛ bɛboa wɔ man mu no nyinaa.
Yento aso emawa na asensa otemabu na futuo akwa ma wom eso mo enye ahweye esanse ene no sede hyehyɛ ne entoto nyina egu akwan so ne sede mpanyifo ehwɛ no bibia ebeye yenti MPP amanyoko no mpanyifo na de futuo no emabu no
ekuo bi epeja ewa asensa otafre wo ho concern youth a wo MPP amanyoko no mu no edi aresre atu mpanifo ewo region enimu se na nsen veti ekoso no consensus ahodo nyina nimpa ebaaye no waye veti edi ama wo mu amesisi obi ehu baabi a woda ewo ballot paper no so nanso eba sense out a waye veti na wi nanso nsunsu aso no nyama ya sisi wonim baabi a candidate ahodo no obi ada eno ene wode adesre atu mpanifo enimu se we de wo mo honya ha se de be ya oman no ebehu de twi mu
ye ase south mebu ya ka ye ho abomu ya se e concern youth of ase ye de ye e person panifo no ye twom agency so se ye mpese de si 2020 no e bi sai si bi so se 2020 no ye ko ha bebre ye si 2020 na ko ha genti ne ko ha mu ye kwan ya ye de yaso atete se bibi pese AC yen panifo a mo pese omugina o MPP anamu etu franka no o asensa district no sinipa menu miensa bia yiwo muti na se ehyehyere tie no o ma convert o Cape Coast na enisu no se ye pese ye hu se anaso mo kura o pese mu se ka ewie no se de ye no ba bia no ewie the final we no was declared ni ehu no ye balloting ni ehu be bi obi ada se de okọ ba bia o muti ba asensa out no akwa basa the tia say result no on the national e ho na be declare the tia mu say assess out bill e ba de say ni nyonu mu nyina no o ma hu de e koso ni ehu o ma mu gina be obi ada na assess out de aksa ko bibisa na e ka kai atwe agina si de si 2020 na e do ha be brebre no anu mpo MPP o ma manyoko no ka e ka de na ko o ma hwe o ma konwa no the yes so afrem panifo ne say afei so yam pesa no omo obi a wagina bia mo na fa betin bia no omo man equal playing ground omo obi a omo ntutu obi a say ya see you to no yen obi a wagina bia so ya see this pepepe
afeda mo de man boy Efra Sin South en Adom Kasee
na efa ya do ne ebekwa homa so na yene yira John Agbote ono eye emranimu ni yedi nkomo na yedi afafia pema hankran de okrommienu amamra ya Ghana edi dwuma ne susu ye titiriwefa Constitution Day a eso pepombo so de to so enso bia ho council mahao
beju so menyamna
yada sene obra wanya de maye ya wi edi kan ye hwe se ka so man nyina amamra da ne ya fofida obi a edi no won susu ye mu no yade papa what's your can wasem?
Yo, Medasi, Michia, what you for you now? Constitution Day, the holiday, and there I be. Maybe this is the papa because a da, you know, the Kaiser, a that way, and now Ghana, the Fourth Republic, no mono. Yeah, this is our buying. Say, a buy now or was no. Ya san koto aba me esen atoma no se onto aso a ene dwe da osan renew ni allegiance and commitment and answer osan ekenya no ho akire ekeka nsam asu ekeka nsam kire Ghana for sampa the next 4 years e da menimi said ye ye ba ko no meye ni pepepe anan po se meye die esensa sia de papa
Efre esenka ensakraye bi mra sanse ne ya mamra no niam bi wo ma akyekyere oman no amade enka wo so oman nitimi ye no entumi enye entinka sakraye ba mu a ebeye ye ne kyese free soja aban na bedu democracy na kasa mu no wo so oman nya mamra foforo susu ye wo ho ye den
si nan kasa de se mamra na wo kana de ye mu bi wo ho a ye ya lawyers a ye di mra ne ye adwuma me kan omo a omo susu se ye sakraye be bebre ni wa bebre me se me bobo so me pia bobo ba ko me no dis emrenti
okay
the edi kan tumi a ye di ama omampanin ko a wo man mu no ye bi mo bi o wa so se ye doso dodo esododo me na ye ti he se ye wo omampanin bi sabi na dwumon kan no hwe nya no na osori sisia na opegya fikan na okoku nipa be du twitwa nipa ye ntumi nya no hwe entumi fa no kodina mra kwan bia emranim because constitution na ye mra pon no I say ontumi enya no hwe fa no court enkodina ba bia ndi nasem anu ye 1 2 articles bi omo a ye article 71 sa holders no di omenya omesika semwa atete apansam nyina dodo no every article 71 because we share sikaboti a ye twama omo a omukuta di bracket sakase omen from presidents the presidents through the vice through a kind of sample ministers any heads of certain institutions not the idea those do parliament account those do say can be to me the attending the fortunes of this country but after the unnecessary the amount for some ndina mukodi ni free and say no ye dey me sakara de bre omu a mo bi ho de bia me cancer ye papa atamos or the committee say omo hwehwe ekwan ya befa so abetumi ayen sakaye sa recommendations when you now but it's unfortunate say ye papa jo mama obedi isu no ono baye no de ne penny ya to ho na say odisu no one fa anya juma ye papa ananado so baye 7 years ni sa recommendations no they are still lying down there enti no adan na yenyesa yentumi nyesa kaya abebuwa Ghana enti yemu bi oho we are saying say the constitution day as a holiday no there is a laudable idea
mate council ma na senior brawanya ediama yen awie lawyer John Agbote na wote ne ka no osusu se brason wo se sakraye eba amamranimu brason wo se edi agudie mu nsem eba kejuwa nankasa Eric Asiedubu adi kokwa abrantie oye krado kejuwa ba
ma feel pa say yakodi bronya ba
say ya ba
anti bibia dadin me de obonya de so brɛ
odi aba
me de aba
oh wonderful
tie pon home
na said na nyina wanhu mi ana
da bia fe ni ma hu
mate me da say ye twa homra na kejiwa eto aso
good afternoon masoma fi madam green ho na de gringo abna na maso kejuwa na kasa ne Eric Kasee du buade ma wonyina afisha pa biom se gusu di bunyanti wa bunya de ma no ma ne nyene wa makwahye bo de bunya de aba to de ode ma me na me de ama yes na mesha se tem de fi Senegal motom ho ensam okoso Sadio Mane mosina kan ewo anase wo Saudi Arabia ana Senegal fu yo mo ba afkon ono ne de omani mo bo captain Sambani aba se one ne ge ahye ho ache ni machi wajia nei Aisha Tamba mami Aisha Tamba Sadio Mane na wie na ceremony omo ye no Sadio no bi e wara na kita remote aha asasire muna mo wie niema no asasire muna mo wie niema no chesa footballers no asof wa so for na ire ho nya veda pa mencham papa apostle Francis Amwakwataja me bodi keke me chiao asofo yire no so mo na ma wa so da mu ngra mo hwe mo so na wa ko yiri enkoyi obeyi de ko ye the footballers so mo cash etom so hwe mu a ti wa Sadio Mane kama ti Sadio Arabia sika nyina into the future with you kama after me enko afon na AFCON 2023 aye bon 2024 mu no hwe Morocco for de mo so ma media guru wo mala oi asasire una mo hwe niema no na tare de opam na Ghana Ghana seems to have one bit mapa matade we wan shada fa yini bia mia na yem so mo bo mo yem mo ntimi humi o sabe de so ade wan kwanti onye so Oh, Sadio Mane, you know the market. Who could you make out? Na remote na fato ho nye remote asem ye ka ware asem. Hey! Me enko afkon. Morocco lande. Morocco kire so momu die. Momu die serious. Ade ne ye sha say weekend ade animu yi. Monto mo kakrai. Mo ka se mo di kan ko to no mo di bi mo. So mo ko work up when wonders no mo say feed ye yan no we. They looking chale. Twa Morocco fo no. Come aba. Just say guy socks you know to say mono we dey nya dey sipen. Tu say socks ye mo obi a mono kantamanto dey bi. Come ya shana yi kamfa. Come hey oh dia mu du je be Ghana so ko bi be hair sweat dressing na ye dey you know mu du mu na twa picture neat. Ka so Ghana we so an ke gina ba Ghana we say the restaurant. Nti ye be gina ya no dey oh you are looking. One say Hakim Ziyech dey guy. So about Chelsea pen o. Chelsea press nigga guy. Jai. Ti Omadu come on no. I'm Rabat no. Hey boy. Now Vice President Baumia said the all ye the Chelsea Ghana say kwaje cap ne ba o. Say mo go bia so taf bia no o. Ani ade ball to say people mo boy mi nhwe. Na mo fa go keep them. We say o che ne pa Vice President Bube Funtu ye boy a ono so atoro akoto ba bi na ball ne number bi. Sa dan mo ye na. Ten ye Vice President boy say coach kra ba mu. Vipo nya coach nyina say hey chip to ko ba o ye dan Dr. Abeshew digital ba me Obeshew sisi a to ye goalkeeper chef guwa bi da aya to ye goalkeeper na to ne ho efoji mi hu say innovate be da ne renovate ai sayaka I welcome ye no great ade a ye gba chepo mu a ansheda be na ebehye ten ye wie ne boy nsem ma vice black what do open mo nsem bia born nsem nita so wa shego to wa chere sen ye Jordan mu nko shego no afcon as a vice president say boy no woni mu ti Jordan mo ha goalkeeper no atwidi mu wa stretch goalkeeper no ki Jordan kasane Eric Kasee du body
Yentwa so ema wasa afi yakoye abato afina futuo eko ediama amanyofo nyina sabato no kwa na wie na nsuso so betodwa na ankwa amawo ewo so bia somu ensesabasabasa yo bia edi akire na Wesley Cathedral Methodist Church wo go so na superintendent minister owo hodom no edi atudwa.
Superintendent Minister Wada Wesley Cathedral Methodist Church no ewa hafugo so Very Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Kumi Amua edi ato amanyukuo nyina animu se kobasa afimpinu ene edunu nan abato ibe wiye na se anko se de na wonom ehwehwe no na omomodin se wonyina so ema basabasa yo ensie ewo memu esan se na kwasiada no eye kwasiada di nkan ewa afimpinu ene edunu nan mu na wonom esom onwan sorry dem honom no ene wode sansemi etudwa otu emabunu nyina afo se mema wo ma won ho kwan ma amanyofo mfa won so enya basabasa ewa afi abatuo ni mu
political parties na omu gina no ebetumi abase enne ebe ye wodia ana se enne enya wodia se eye wodia ye da nyame ase se anya wodia ni nyina ye da nyame ase na nya botre na twen bre foforo ombehwe se ye mma basabasa biara emma omayimu ande srede kese pa no na manyofo no na ye na ye di akire nkankan ana se ne titru emrante na mabawa no yenya botre yem sabe yemfa ya adwene emfa nya ne yeye no yemfa ya koma enso emfa ni echi na mom yema ya adwene enso nkasa nkyerɛ se na be ya obi mbɛhye ya kutupa ne yenkofa basabasa biara emfa ma o mayimu ne yeye woni Ghana ne yewa ne Ghana sɛ ya yenyina ne yɛsɛi Ghana yeyi a yenyina ne yeyi
amani boni Samia Sare any late chairman na wogo so Methodist Diocese Thomas Opon etwetwem komo na wode to agidifo nyina anim se wonne suban pa ye beboa abo omenya somdwie eho ban adi
afi so akoye abato afi etino bitu mabunu nyina afo so bia mani na ho Ghana ya somdwie man adi bia be ya edi ohaw ntimo ase entokwasem beba no me nyina ntwetire ze nyina npa baako ma ye so yenye bibia ebegu enyamsom eho fiu se eye meters for me mama yenye de esene fata na afi abato no aye asomdwie
ene na ye fi ho no ye de ekọ tamale na ye ba fie ne sa Abdurazak Failatu eno aduane ne watwemu chese don hwere no ohane aduoso enso ya wokosoa eno na aduane no edekọ the ocean so be break we are seeing our record so no kwa na tumi gina ne na so che eye aduana ho de so kita de esewoni ense o ka kire yakwa wa ba yehwe mu amane.
The whole journey, how has it been for her?
So far so good, but Dad wanted me to say that we haven't had any 1 or 2 challenges. You see, for 5 days, it's a new system that the body must adjust to, and in doing so, it will react. So with the reactions, I think we've seen 1 or 2 difficulties in her, which is just normal. But I would say she's still strong and can go more days. The target has been 10 days, but looking at the 5th day, she's still very strong, can go more than 10 days as well. Yeah. So far so good.
Wow. Did you hear? She's going for 10 good days.
Or more.
Wow. So has she exceeded your expectations? I mean, this is day 5, and she's still looking strong in the kitchen, going. I mean, yesterday she was literally dancing and exercising. Has she exceeded your, expectations? And do you think?
Na yebegina we so awie nan so wo hye de faila eye no a unsa hyase na kokọ enanum efiti busumi de ne di kan de kosini num ena betodwa so okọ 10 days nti no wo hye ene sede a ena no ekọ no a watwam krompo a ekọ nanim nti no de dodo na ye da to so enwotwe nti aka nanu itese wukoda ena ode 10 days ne be wi advance say or more nti ye be 10 days ana so betumi atwam ono aduane saa na emu de beba bia no ye de ho amane ebema wo Edia mejeso ene abina pokua ahwenne wada wasi amamu enishe.
As you said yesterday, she took 1 long break, 2 hours 30 minutes.